Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. With news, China is tightening the screws. Now it no longer fears an effective US policy in the region. But first, the World Trade Organization has ruled that a local tax break to help Boeing develop its new 777X jetliner in the Seattle area was a prohibited subsidy. Airbus is also facing a parallel case, which it will probably lose as well. The latest OECD forecasts are for rising growth in the US, back up to 3%. The OECD also likes Trump's $1 trillion infrastructure spending plan. And they see continuing low growth in Europe, slowing growth in China, and rising growth in India. In Australia, the OECD essentially calls for higher interest rate settings from the RBA and some fiscal loosening to help get their economy back on track. For New Zealand, they see growth above 3% next year before moderating in 2018. And they say the RBNZ has a mildly contractionary policy in place. And speaking of Australia's prospects, the spot price for iron ore is having a stunning rebound. Its price climbed to $80.83 in its latest fix earlier today. That's the first time it's traded above $80 since October 2014. The price has risen 26% this month alone and has risen 82% so far in 2016. By any measure, that is an impressive and to a large extent that's an impressive gain and to a large extent not picked by any analysts. Actually, copper, zinc and lead are also rising in price. In Southeast Asia, China is raising the temperature again, insisting Singapore toe the Beijing line and impounding Singaporean military hardware in Hong Kong. That is sort of action that may concern us, but China is more forceful on its own citizens, using its wide economic influence to impose social control on its people. In New York, the US Treasury 10-year yield is lower today, now at 2.32%. The US benchmark oil price is up a bit today, now at just above $47 a barrel, while the Brent benchmark is now above $48 a barrel. But OPEC looks in disarray, and some see this trouble as a point where the oil price turns down sharply. The gold price has recovered some of what it lost over the weekend, up $13 today so far, and is now at $1,191 an ounce. New Zealand dollar will start today a little higher, again at 70.6 US cents on the cross rates level pegging at 94.5 Aussie cents, and against the euro it's firmer at 66.8 euro cents. The TWI is still at 76.4, however. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.